Hey guys, and welcome to season 3, episode 1. And in this episode, we're obviously going to make a couple of signings, go through what happened last season. If you haven't seen, make sure to go to the channel and check out the playlist. You'll see from season 1 to season 2 what has happened so far. And yeah, don't forget to, if you enjoyed the episode, drop a like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and leave a comment. And one thing that what I decided to do last season was this man Nordi Mikidele was on a contract expiry at Leipzig, so I decided to bring him in, and he's going to be taking over the first team right back position from Murray, and we're going to sell Thomas Meunier, whose contract is expiring and is currently worth a decent amount, so I might give him a new contract and sell him for a little bit more, but you'll see in a minute we don't particularly need the money. We were looking to loan this guy out and guarantee this guy has lost his potential by now. Didn't even mean to. Oh no, he actually still has it. Interesting. Need to. Oh, what am I doing? Okay. Let's just move on. Yeah, one thing I could definitely do this season is, I talked about it in the end of the last episode, if you watched that, is the starting CDM spot. I could give it Emre Can. He's been good. He's been a good player for us since the start of career mode. He's been, I called him at one point the most valuable player in this team with what he did, and then he sort of dropped off. So I gave Sadios Chan the opportunity. And I expected him to grow a little bit more last season than he did. But he only went up to 80 rating, to an 80 overall. Let's check his development plans real quick. 12 weeks there, 29, 10, 10. Let's go with that one, which is 10 weeks. But I talked about maybe bringing in a new CDM. If you can't tell by my voice, actually, I'm still recovering from being ill. I bring in a new CDM to play that spot next to Jude Bellingham. Maybe we'll sell Bellingham this season. It's still got a release clause on him of 220 mil or something like that, so that could get hit. But this is the lineup so far going into this season. I might give Gio Reyna the starting spot over Royce, but I want to keep Royce in the first team for a while. He's 34 now. Oh, it's still 85 overall, so that's good. Maybe in Pulisic and back who had better seasons than they did, and Adeyemi steps up with the fact we're going to sell Daniel Marlon, because having Haller, Adeyemi and Marlon just ain't really, like, it's not worthwhile having 3 world-class strikers when I just need 2. Like, maybe I'll actually sign like a striker maybe similar to Adeyemi, like a pacey striker to come off the bench instead of, Haller, just to have that option. But having like an 87 rated Daniel Marlon, I believe he is. Let's have a look for him. Yeah, 87 rated. Daniel Marlon on the bench at 24 years old, and how good he is isn't worth it. So we're going to sell him. We're bringing a third choice striker behind Haller. Let's get into the episode. Okay, what a few days later, we get an offer for Meunier here from Napoli, and I'm willing to just accept this 15.8 mil offer and let him go to Napoli. But we get an offer here from like a Royce from Bayern Munich, which is something I'm just not going to let happen for obvious reasons. So I'm just going to block all offers. There we go, a loan offer for a player I'm looking to loan out in Schuster. So we're going to accept that. We also get an offer here for Julian Brandt, who I believe. Yes, I did. I did transfer list him. I thought I would get a bit more money for him than this. And let's sit down with Man City. They do have the money, what to say, up to 82.5 million. Let's see how much we can get for him. Now I'll explain the reason why I'm selling him. It's because I just feel like in real life he's going to leave anyway if he doesn't step up, like, massively. Let's try 85. And Gio Reyna in this series has sort of stepped up to the plate of the Royce replacement more than Julian Brandt has. And Pep Guardiola isn't willing to accept that, so we'll move on. As you can see, we get confirmation that Thomas Meunier has moved to Napoli, and we got 30 mil added to our transfer budget. So now it's Matteo Murray and Nordi Mikile as the right back options this season. And this is an interesting one. We get an offer for Daniel Marlon here. It's obviously from Bayern Munich, and I feel like him moving to Bayern isn't really unrealistic, because he's been here for a couple of years. Like, he sort of lost his first team spot to Adeyemi. I feel like he would go anywhere to get first team football, so if Bayern are willing to give me like upwards of that 189 million point, and I'd let him go. If it isn't, I say above 170, 165, then I won't let him go to Bayern. Just sit down with Bayern Munich, see how much they're willing to give us. Let's counter with, I'm not going to go super high. Let's go 190. See what I say to that. They're probably just going to walk out. 190 mil. 146 with 5% selling clause. So they barely moved. We don't want a selling clause. Let's go to 185. So it's all 176. This is an interesting one. This is really interesting. Because I don't know if I want to sell into a direct rival in the league and Champions League, considering they beat us in the Champions League last season. This is... You know what, if you accept 184 million, you can have him. Okay, well, that sorts it. We're going to have to find a new home for him. As you'll see here, Summon Caillou has left Newcastle. We get 6 million added to our budget. We also have an offer for PSG from Christian Pulisic. Now, in a way, I'm not against this, but that's interesting actually. His transfer market value is higher than his release clause. But I'm actually going to keep him, so I actually like him. Like, he didn't really come in with so many goals per se or assists really last season. But what he does, like, sometimes you see it in the episode, like, he will just create a chance and he won't be the one getting the assist or the goal, but he's like heavily involved in the build-up play. So I'm going to keep him around because it's only his second season back, so usually that means he's going to have a better season. Let's reject this offer for the USA men's international from PSG. One thing I'll quickly show you is how much money we actually do have to spend this season. We've been given a 301 million transfer budget, and we have sort of made money, so that's why it's gone up. The 322, so that's how much we currently have. And I feel like I only really want to make one signing or two. And I'm just going to go for a couple of options now for the CDM spot that I was on about. And maybe we... Don't know what we do with Emre Can at that point if we sell him. Because having him and Serios Can, I guess we can kind of keep Emre Can and use Serios Can as a more rotational player more often, and Emre Can does sort of... I'll figure out what I want to do with them too, but I'll just show you the options that we have to replace Ocean in the first team. Start off here with Edson Alvarez, the Mexican CDM, 6'2", pretty good strength and very good defensive stats. Could do quite well for us being 25. Experienced player, obviously being at Ajax. We then have the former Gladbach man, Denis Zakaria, been at Juventus for a while in this career mode now. Maybe we could bring him back to the Bundesliga. We have Locatelli here, his teammate, would be a bit more expensive, the Italian. Obviously he won the Euros with Italy. A very good player, someone that I would like to use. We then have Boubacar Kamara. Obviously in real life has moved to Aston Villa. I'm looking forward to see how he does over there. I feel like this option isn't one that I'm willing to go for, as it's a more of a mainstream signing and it doesn't really make sense. But Declan Rice, you'll see why I have him added as well. Basically Bayern have a lot of world-class CDMs of him, Kimmich. I can't remember who else, but let's just say they just have like too many good CDMs. I feel like he's just too much for a player we want to bring in. We then have Conrad Lima, who probably is like one of the most realistic options. He probably actually is the most realistic option out of all these. He's been linked with them in real life. He's not too expensive. Obviously playing for Leipzig, he's 26, the Austrian international, 5'11". Wouldn't it be a bad sign? So maybe he's who we bring in. We then also have Wilfred Ndidi, the Nigerian CDM from Leicester. Again, a lot of money we'd have to spend on him, but we do have the money to be fair. And I feel like he is just like the best CDM you could sign. Like he's not slow, he's not too quick, but he's just, for a CDM he is like the perfect player. I've used him in every FIFA since he's became like world class. and he's just always been one of the standout players on the pitch. But then we have below him Basuma. I'm kind of actually leaning towards because he's got a contract expiring at the end of the season. They've not renewed his contract at United, the Mali and international. I feel like this would be an interesting signing, as it's like sort of a player. Who's he moved to in real life? Spurs. He moved to Spurs in real life, obviously. Now, what can I like to bring him in? Because I've used him for Brighton in the equipment I did like one season with, then I sort of just left it because I didn't really enjoy it that much. We'll go through the rest of the options. That is it, actually. So in my head, it's between him, Lima, and Zachariah. Because I feel like each of them is a different player. Like, you know, Zachariah's a taller, physical CDM. Lima's a more technical, you know, can do everything, like, can go back and forwards. That's why he got centre mid in his option. And Basuma is like the best of both worlds. Like, he's good at passing, he's good at defending. They can go forward and can defend. I kind of do want to bring in this man, Basuma, but I've used him. Or Conrad Lima. Should have really thought about this a bit more before recording, so I'm not contemplating it whilst recording. This is an interesting one. You know what, I've not used Conrad Lima, and I kind of want to. He's a player that I've had on a shortlist a couple of times with career mode in the past on this game, and I just never actually have brought him in. I brought in the likes of Ndidi, Kamara, you know, Declan Rice, someone like that. So I'm gonna bring in the Austrian since he's been linked with Dortmund in real life. It kind of makes sense to do so because the rest of them I don't believe have been linked to Dortmund. Let's see how much the RB Leipzig want for the Austrian. There we go. Here's the article. Conrad Lima joins 45 mil, as you can see there. 77k a week on a 5-year deal. He's going to be a very good player for us. As you see, we get a swap deal here from Arsenal. I've actually been long-term admirers of Julian Brandt, so it's kind of a realistic sale. Offering is Luke Thomas, the former Leicester left back. But we don't need a backup left back, so I'm just going to go into this deal and just kind of just get a realistic fee for him because kind of want to get him off the books. Let's negotiate with Arsenal and see how much they're willing to give us. Their volume are around 65 mil, so let's just ask for 67 mil for Julian Brandt. Obviously it's a bit lower than just 10 mil over his valuation. Let's see if Mikel Arteta is willing to accept that for Brandt. And he is, 67 mil. And it looks like Julian Brandt is heading to Arsenal. Now that's the team we're going to go with. Let me just check out their bench real quickly. I think I'm actually going to give Gio Reyna the starting role over Royce to see how he just plays. See if he is worthy of that first team position this season. And let's hope for a good game from Baku and Pulisic, as I'm expecting good performances from most of these players anyway. So let's get into this one. So I brought him in because he can go forward and go back. So sort of like Sadio Chan in a way, and Emre Can, so we don't really lose out on either of them. Got Mikel here. And a poor positioning from him. Suda covers and does well. Baku now, let's get that ball forward. Reyna now, into Bellingham. Now Adeyemi, ball forward, can you reach that in time? Yes you can, but it forwards to Pulisic. And it doesn't go in. Mikel would have stepped in there and got the ball. We're actually open here. I nearly wanted to try that, so I just kept covering it. And Gregor Kowala makes a good save in the end. First chance of them, or second chance on this corner from them. Can Lima go away? No, we can't, but it's cleared off the line. Gio Reyna now heads it. It doesn't find Adeyemi. Interesting here. We get another chance, and it's a good save from Cobble. Augsburg getting into this game. Not what we want to see. Pulisic to clear it and it's blocked. But kept in by Baku, but that's a poor touch. And now Michele to get it away. Baku now. Extra pace. You whipping a good cross, yes you can. Well, it wasn't really the best cross actually, but forces a good save, and it's not actually not a corner. Michele now, can he get that? Yes he can, but he can't get to the second. Michele now just putting him in the corner. Okay, that's good work from him there. Good little bit of skill. Bad covering from everyone. It's bad covering. They've cut us open here, and that's great work, but great work from Cobble. Augsburg, that was great football from them. That is incredible there from Kouame. And that's why we have Cobble in there. We put in the challenge, and we're going to play a back heel pass. Okay, just steps away. Good work there though. Now Adem is through, simple through wall. Liam now, cross goal, and that's a poor strike.
Well, it's a top class save, but I would say he's still in great shape. He's still a top class player, and one that will make them a much better team.
Edison. Okay. This is, oh my god, why have I done that? Okay, Cobble. Thank you, Cobble. Oh, well, we'll get a chance here. Adem now. Adem scored. So if you can hear me eating, I thought I had a moment where I could eat, and we get a chance instantly. Karim Adeyemi gets a goal.
Well, here we can see it again. It's a beautifully weighted ball behind the back line.
Good free ball from Baku. I thought about scoring it to Mikko Damsgaard. I thought, you know what, Adeyemi can finish this. Just a little tapped finish into the far corner. We 1-0 up. Causing myself danger here. Just inviting them back into the game. I don't know why. Michele here. It's a good ball. I could just get ahead of everyone. It's a bit too far, but cut it back, whip it in there. Adeyemi. And that's a brilliant strike. Maybe the keeper should have saved it. But Karim Adeyemi scores the first acrobatic goal of the scrimmage, I believe. You get to see it again. Maybe the keeper should have saved it, like I said. But we're taking it either way. Cut back, it's got a lot of space. Goes up, acrobatic, side volley. And yeah, I don't think the keeper could have saved that. It's a great goal from Karim Adeyemi. He puts his 2-0 up now and gets his second of the season. No, Damsgaard actually. Lima on the volley. It's a good save from the keeper. We get a penalty. I wish we had a penalty. A corner here. Is it for full time? Might try to do something spectacular with this. Baku, edge of the box. Adeyemi flicks over. No, he doesn't. But he gets challenged. Okay. That's going to call the game. That's a good 2-0 win. We have confirmation that Bauman's going to go on loan to Preston, and that Julian Brandt has been sold to Arsenal. We get an offer here from Manchester United for Daniel Marlin. So let's see how much United are willing to give us. I might delegate it so that the deal kind of actually goes through. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to ask, what's the top market value? 189. Dortmund walked out, not Dortmund, Bayern walked out 184. So I'm going to ask for 189 to 160 million. Somewhere between there, and I think we're good. We come here to the second game of the episode, and I believe it will be the final game of the episode. So I want to sort of keep the January transfer window open for the next one. Up against Bayer Leverkusen here. I'm just going to rotate the side a little bit, just to rest a couple of players. As some players are tired after the first game. Like Michele, I'm going to give Murray a run out. Red Lima. I'm going to give Oshchan the opportunity. And the front line, I think I might keep the same. I'm going to keep the front line the same. Let's get into this game against Leverkusen. And hopefully pick up our second win of the season. And continue good form. Sula now. Okay. Interesting. And we almost went 1-0 down there. Why am I not just clearing this ball? And that's why, because I wanted to City to clear it. For some reason I decided to play a free ball out of Pedersen. I thought the gap was there for the pass to be made. And then obviously, in FIFA fashion, you'll see here, he decides to play a free ball to the guy to my right. And we go 1-0 down. I swore that came off as last, but we'll take it. And here now, a little scoop turn, flip flop inside, shot across goal, and it's blocked. That would have been a great goal. Can you please put in a challenge here? Can you please, okay. Making Rasco look like prime Aiden Hazard right now, and we get an injury. Nice, love that. Can we get an attack before we have to take him off though? Just you know, maybe get a goal. Bellingham now. Bellingham, Adeyemi, okay. Adeyemi shoot, no post, goal. Hopefully whoever went down isn't properly injured. We'll see in a minute. But Adeyemi gets his back 1-1. So here he has to take the ball and cut back in. No post, far as it past Herdecki. Nothing he can do about that. Listen now. Okay, get the ball away though. Through to Adeyemi. Not really the best run from him, but Adeyemi can play through Royce. And Royce, what a goal. To put us 2-1 up, and that's why I started Michael Royce. He still has that quality, 34 years of age. Still the main man. You look to him for a goal, and he always supplies you. Could have laid it off to Pulisic, but the pass would have been intercepted, knowing my luck, and luckily the shot went in. Who's been inside Pulisic? Okay. Pulisic. Got room here, shoot. And it's a good save from Herdecki to keep them in it. Secondly, that's great cover. I can play that back. I can get it forward. Pulisic here. Pulisic through to Adeyemi. It's a great ball. Adeyemi now, low driven across goal. It's blocked. He keeps the ball. Not Pedersen, why not? And that's why. That was a poor attempt. Pedersen against De La Vega, who's now on the pitch. Not sure why they're starting. Adeyemi Lookman over him. That's a good block from Starbeck and Pedersen. There we go. Now Pulisic, please be onside, and it doesn't even matter if you're onside because Pedersen's just going to kick the ball out. It's a good block there though. But under pressure here, and Pedersen's just... It's a good run from De La Vega and Murray. Okay, should have cleared that, should have cleared that, should have cleared that. There we go. We go down squad now. Go down squad. Just trying to create a little bit of a gap to create a chance. There we go. Pulisic should have carried on that run there. But Pulisic volley. Good save from Herdecki. That's not for Sebastian Haller here. That's just quite a little bit of a run. It's actually going to be open here, I think. Sebastian Haller wins the header, and it's yet again another poor header attempt from one of our players. Pulisic from range, left-footed finesse. Easy save for Herdecki. Now we need to defend this counter-attack. Particularly what we wanted towards the end of the game, to defend an attack, but there we go. Carrasco, Murray. If you ever need to win a challenge, it's now. It's not going to get the opportunity to. De La Vega now. I don't like this. Oh, really? Oh, there we go. Thank you. And this is a good 2-1 win. And after the game against Leverkusen, we get an update. Nicholas Suda is going to be out for 4 weeks, so that's not particularly great, but luckily it's at the start of the season. And Man United have agreed to pay 189 million for Daniel Marlin. And well, like I said, if we get a lot of money for him, we're going to accept it. And Daniel Marlin could be on his way to join Erik ten Hag at Man United. Obviously in the squad it's still Ravranjik, but at that point it would be the Dutch manager. And there we go. Daniel Marlin is now a Man United striker. I was looking for the news article, but apparently there is one. There is one for that move, however. Gabriel Jesus to Leicester. But Daniel Marlin has now made the move to Old Trafford, and we'll see how he plays against us. And yeah, after the sale of Daniel Marlin here, I will actually call the episode. Currently sitting 4th place. Obviously, a bunch of teams on 6 points, including Bayern. And yeah, in the next episode we'll face Schalke in the first game of the episode, and we'll find out our Champions League group stage. And let me know of players I should bring in to replace Daniel Marlin. If you think I should bring in another striker, or maybe I should bring back Makoko from his loan at Aston Villa and rotate him with Adeyemi and Sebastian Haller. See how that goes. So I'm hoping this is the final season of this career mode, that we win, you know, a Champions League in this season. And maybe I should bring in another replacement for Julian Brandt, maybe a lower rated cam to play behind like Reina or someone, I don't know. Yeah, I would call it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to drop a like, leave a comment about what I mentioned. Obviously subscribe, turn on notifications. It'll be a playlist linked at the end of the video, and a video that's best for you, that recommended. And the playlist will probably be this the rest of the series, the first 2 seasons. So make sure to check that out. And yeah, there's also a 2K22 Universe mode on my channel, which I need to upload more of. And as you can probably tell by my voice in this episode, I'm sort of just getting over it being ill. I'm still kind of ill right now, but sort of better, so I decided to record. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.